It was supposed to be a normal Monday morning, but I have accidentally made an insane tournament run, beating the best of the Korean elite. And yeah, I wanted to share with you in this video, because what a better way to make a YouTube video than share a success story with my dear MaNa. So the first round I played versus a Korean player, completely unknown. I just cannon rushed him in game number 1, and in game number 2 I defended a very quick Nidal, so that doesn't matter that much. But immediately in round number 2, I was facing Ryung, one of the great Korean tournament players. Not the best of the best, but recently he's been playing quite well, and definitely a very dangerous. I think I would consider myself an equal to Ryung most of the time, so that was a good tournament match for me, just for the sake of practice. And I started with a Stalker into a Sentry, scout what he's going to be doing. And I know Ryung is a kind of like an aggressive player. I've watched his games in like the GSL qualifiers, in the BGE Star Zagora tournament. So I know he's kind of liking the aggressive approach of the turn, where he goes for 2 base all ends. So I had keep that in mind. I move in with the Stalkers, go snipe the Reaper. I try to scout with the hallucination as much as possible. I see that there's a Medivac flying out on the map after a double gas opening. I shoot away the Reaper, and I'm following the Medivac with the Phoenix. I'm going for a triple Nexus somewhat quickly in here, but I wasn't too afraid of any kind of aggression right now, because I scouted everything that the turn was doing. So I wanted to focus on creating pretty much the most amount of units, like basic units, Stalkers with Blink into charge, because I know, like I said, Ryung is a very aggressive player, so I don't want to tech up too much, because I'm not really sure if I'll be able to defend that. Okay, the third base is on the way. There's still a Medivac somewhere out there, and I need to make sure that I don't take any damage from Ryung. I continuously scout around with the Phoenix. Okay, what is this? Okay, Medivac somewhat is home. I see there's a starport without a reactor. He's with a Medivac back at home. There's no Raven, there's no Banshee. Why is there no reactor on the starport? I think this is one of his aggressive builds, where he just makes like 2 Medivacs and he attacks with Marines and Siege Tanks. So I'm kind of familiar with that, because I've already seen him doing this in a tournament. Okay, let's not take up too much. Let's get as many units as possible. Walk out on the map with the Stalkers, because there's, like I said, there's no Raven. There could be a Liberator out on the map, but I just took my chance of moving out with all of my Stalkers, and ideally, well, in that case, not ideal, but in that case, I would just warp in Stalkers to defend versus the Liberator. Okay, I see him still out in the natural base. The Reaper is going to be a little bit annoying, but at least I have a good position here with my Stalkers in front of his main base. Okay, time to kill the Reaper. He's not moving the Reaper, and I'm able to snipe it, so no more annoyance from this Reaper. Blink forward, dead Reaper. Now I see at the front that he's moving out. I'm trying to go for a Templar Archives, but oh my god, will I have enough time for Templar Archives to go in, because he's already moving out? No, I decide to cancel the Templar Archives and try to kite as much as possible with my Stalkers. I almost snipe the Siege Tank, but he picks it up to the Medivac at like 4 HP or something, so I was a bit upset about that. And he immediately sieges up, not letting me to poke forward with the Stalkers. Not sure if I'm ready for this kind of attack yet, but I do have 6 gateways. I have charge almost completing, no force investment, no no Templar Archives, no robotics facility or robo base, so I should have just enough of basic units to deal with that. But he's still not here yet. I don't see where he is. I'm ready to flank, ready to fight. Where is he? Okay, there we go. Sniping 1 Medivac before the fight starts. I see the SCVs are being pulled. Okay, maybe this is my time to shine before he sieges up. Let's get a good Guardian Shield. He's still not sieged up with the Siege Tanks. Let's go. Flank from the bottom. Stalkers trying to target fire the Siege Tanks. The Zealots are fighting versus the Marines. The Guardian Shield gone. Very good target fire by Ryung. I sniped the Siege Tank, but there's still so many Marines left. Oh my god, how did he break through that? I swear I had a very good attack, just engagement in here with both the Guardian Shield, good flank, and I thought I would be easily defending that, but at least I got to snipe all of the Siege Tanks, which is a good thing for me. Now it's a matter of surviving without losing too much. I still have 6 gateways, but only 6 gateways. As of right now, I should have like 8 probably, because my money is a bit too much and I cannot spend it on. So if I teched up like maybe Templar Archives or something in behind this, I would be able to spend my money wiser. But I'm already pressed so quickly, and because he pulls the SCVs, I know he's kind of on a timer, and my economy is still not bad. I flank with the Stalkers, trying to snipe the Siege Tanks as much as possible. I don't mind losing the Zealots, as long as I don't lose all of my Stalkers, it should be fine. I noticed that there's still no combat shield on these Marines, so each time that he stims, he cannot really out-heal these Marines. There's only 1 Medivac here, second Medivac as well. Like, warp an additional set of Stalkers. And I think I'll be able to defend that, as long as I don't lose my Stalkers. Here we go, trying to set off some reinforcements. With the Zealots, additional Stalker Warpen. Nice, the Zealots are cutting off a Siege Tank, and Now he has to stim forward with the Marines yet again if he wants to catch these Zealots, but he decides not to. So the Zealots run away. I'm chasing the Marines with the Stalkers. Nice again. Good micro from me. We are also cutting off another reinforcement with the Zealots. He has to stim forward. The medivacs are completely empty. And I know at this point I'm very far ahead in this game. Okay, let's see what I can do with the counter-attack. There's still a siege tank. Not that many SCVs, but he has a Marauder. Okay. One siege tank, couple of SCVs in the natural base. I'm still sniping more of them. Okay, this is still not so bad. I'm rebuilding the third base. I haven't lost that many probes. So I am perfectly fine with just rebuilding my set of things as of right now. I'm trying to break him, maybe right now snipe a unit or two before he gets to a big mass. I don't mind trading my Zealots. I have enough money to rebuild them. Sniping, you know, a Marauder or a Medivac or even damaging the siege tank is far more valuable than just a couple of Zealots for me because I can easily rebuild them. I open additional sentry. Okay, my third base is almost complete. He was all in before and there's very little thing that he can do right now. I think the only chance that he has is probably like a secondary follow-up all-in where he goes again. There's no way he's going to be playing macro out of it. And since he's only on 2 orbital commands right now and my economy hasn't been touched that much, I thought adding a Dark Shrine right now was a good idea because of the limited amount of scans that he would have. I'm going to use a hallucination to confirm what he's doing. I almost snipe a Medivac, but I see that he's sieged up, making sure that I cannot poke him forward with the Stalkers. Good stuff by Ryung. Okay, what can he do? Where is he? Has he moved out yet or not? Can I poke him with the Stalkers? My third base is complete. Okay, I see him he's moving out. He has even a couple more SCVs with this army, but not that many. Okay, I snipe the stray siege tank. I buy myself as much time as possible with these Stalkers. I don't care, I can always recall, but there's still a Medivac to be sniped. He's still chasing me with the Marines. I have very good amount of warpins, 8 gateways, Dark Shrine about to finish. And since he's losing SCVs, I'm thinking that he might be spending his energy on mules soon to make sure that he has enough reinforcements with this. He's losing more SCVs, more Marines. I don't mind losing these Stalkers anymore because I have already replaced a lot of my army at the third base. As long as I'm just buying time, it's good enough for me. Okay, let's get ready for the attack. We have Dark Shrine finishing. Okay, a couple of more DTs. I think one DT is just good enough. I will warp in 2 Archons and 2 Dark Temples, 1 DT to the front to make sure that he scans, wastes the scan in the main fight. Okay, he scans, that's fine. I'll send another DT as soon as the scan expires, setting up a big flank to attack the Terran once more. And we see that he's moving in forward, steaming forward. My Archons, my shield batteries are ready. Zealous, big flank from all sides, and I easily deflect the second attempt of the attack of Ryung. He has to type GG, and game number 1 is a victory for me. Game number 2 versus Ryung is going to be on Persephone. That was quite a convincing victory. I think I played that game quite well, so I'm feeling confident in my abilities right now. And I will try to do something different since I have played a Stalker into Sentry, expand into Blink versus him in the previous game. I thought I'm going to be mixing it up. This is a decent map for a 4-gate Blink, so might as well give it a try. Ryung is kind of aggressive, so maybe I will be able to, you know, like catch a Medivac or something that I can do with the Blink opening. So my plan in here is to go for 4-gate Blink. I open up with a Stalker into Stalker, no Sentry this time. There's also a little bit of a mind game included in here, because if the Terran doesn't see a Sentry immediately, which is extremely popular now with the Blink openers, that might mean that the Protoss is going for a Stargate. And, you know, I can be kind of a tricky Protoss player, and I played my fair share versus Ryung before that. He might be thinking that this is a Stargate opening as well. So that's the kind of the mind game that I'm trying to go for in here. I have prepared my build, my 4 gates are done, Twilight Council is finishing researching Blink. This is about the time that a Medivac or a Raven should be flying in to my main base if there's any kind of harassment. So I'm preparing my Stalkers for the defense. I'm waiting a couple of more seconds. There's still no Medivac to be seen. I haven't made a third base. And okay, it looks like there's no harassment from Ryung. Let's just blink down. Oh my god, one of the Stalkers is trapped. That delays my time for a little bit, but okay, I'll just wait for this one Stalker. I'll warp in forward as well. Make sure that I have the most amount of units possible as soon as possible. I was quite happy with the execution of the build that I'm doing right now, because usually I attack at around like 520, 530 with a 4-gate Blink. I managed to do that to be in front of the Terran base at 505, which is very quick for me. I see a Cyclone. Okay, it's time to Blink in forward. I kind of failed the Blink, but I had to do it as soon as possible. I killed the Cyclone, I killed the Siege Tank. A couple of my Stalkers are trapped, but that's fine. He has only Marines left, so I can warp in again. These Stalkers in nowhere trouble. There's still one more Siege Tank. I'm kind of questioning if I should be blinking forward for that Siege Tank and then pick up with the Warpism, but I decided to pull back for a moment since I know there's only one Siege Tank right now. Big stim forward. I am trying to save my Warp Prism. That Warp Prism survives just barely. A bit of Stalker Micro in here. There's also a Siege Tank at the left side. I didn't notice actually during that fight. I noticed this right now, so there was a little bit more extra DPS. But I traded not so bad with this. I killed some SCVs. I didn't track the complete count. I sniped some of the Siege Tanks. And there's still no harassment on the other side of the map. And I'm able to secure my third base without being delayed. So I'm feeling confident in the situation that I am currently. Okay, I'll move one Stalker forward to make sure that I tank the tank damage, but there's one more Siege Tank on the high ground. I didn't see that. I'm trying to save my Warp Prism as fast as I can. I snipe parts of the bio. I lose some of these Stalkers. I noticed there's additional barracks here, so probably 4 racks, maybe 5 racks by Ryung, which means that he wanted to be aggressive much faster, but I don't see a starport unit whatsoever. I think he completely skipped starport in this game, which I didn't notice that. But I did a lot of damage with these Stalkers. The natural base is almost completely forfeit. There's the racks number 5, so I'm confirming he's on 5 racks quite quickly. He probably wanted to pull workers if I would be playing standard, somewhat greedy. But luckily for me, I went for a very aggressive 4-gate blink and I was able to catch him slightly off guard. I go with one more Zealot to tank the tank damage. I'm trying to trade a bit. I can always heal up these Stalkers in the healing zone in the middle of the map, so I didn't mind taking some of that damage. As long as I don't lose these Stalkers, I can always make them to full HP, and this is quite a significant thing on this map. Okay, time to get to 8 gateways. I have this delayed Ryung by quite a lot already, so it's time to take it calm and collected. I have 3 bases, almost fully saturated. I have Forge upgrades on the way. I control the middle of the map, and during this game, like I said, I didn't notice that he didn't have a starport. I just didn't understand the entire build completely. But now that I'm watching the replay, I see there's no starport, and I was a bit afraid of a potential double Medivac counterattack to my main base. Okay, he's already moving through the middle of the map. Maybe I can do some harassment with the Warp Prism while delaying his push in the middle. Okay, here we go. Sniping one more other. Now some harassment in the main. Since I've already crippled his economy in the natural, maybe it's a good time to find some more damage in the main base. I need to make sure that I don't lose the Warp Prism. It's very low on HP. I don't see him moving out in the middle of the map. Okay, my Colossus then is about to finish. Robotics Bay. Time to start a Colossus as soon as possible. Chrono boosted out because I need that Colossus to defend myself. Okay, where did he go? Where is he? He was in the middle of the map. Oh, he went to the healing zone and he healed up his entire army with the stim, with the siege tanks. So he's fully on health, even without the Medivac and the repair. Okay, I see he's sieging up in here with the siege tank. Maybe I can snipe the siege tank. Okay, I can definitely do it with the observer vision, but I messed up this micro a bit. I wasn't able to snipe the siege tank, but at least I delayed the push by additional 10 to 15 seconds, which makes my time to get additional warp in to defend that. Charge is finished. Colossus is on the way. Now it's just time to flank him. I am confident in the amount of units that I have made. I have an Immortal here, lots of Zealots, nobody likes to heal up this army, only a couple of Marauders, a couple of Marines. I also have Forge upgrade, and I crushed this army, and I beat Ryung 2-0 quite convincingly, but the tournament run is just getting started. After beating Ryung in the round of 16, moving on to the quarterfinals, I was met with Cure. And, you know, Cure is the recent GSL finalist, the Esports World Cup participant, and I am on a 15 series losing streak versus Cure. And usually when I play versus him, the games are kind of close. Maybe I can get in a good position, but eventually he's just too strong for me, and he beats me. So I was feeling okay in this series, like, you know, I didn't think that I'm capable of winning that much. I didn't believe in myself. I just wanted to get a good practice session here versus him, and let's see what he's going to bring versus me. And I just beat Ryung 2-0 quite convincingly, so maybe I had something in me that I can at least say competitive versus Cure, but I didn't have, you know, that much belief in myself. But I did get coached by Clem before Dallas in PvT, and I wanted to try out some of the builds that he taught me, or necessarily not necessarily the builds, but like the approach versus Terran, and one build that I'm going to be using in here, I think in this game as well, which is like a Storm opening. I think that is very, very strong. And yep, so I am playing versus Cure, a best of 3. I'm playing on ley lines. The openings were double gas opening for Cure. I opened up into Stalker Sentry to get myself as much vision as possible. I didn't take any damage against the Reapers or a potential Harrier or anything, and that was already a very good start for me, sniping one of these Reapers before the 4th minute mark, because I know that he's going to be quite annoying with the Reapers, while he's going to be trying to harass me with a Medivac or a Raven or a Liberator or a Cyclone or whatever. So now I'm also on top of the Medivac, which is good for me, so I see where he's going to be attacking me from. And I also decreased the Reaper count to only 1. And now if it would be 2 Reapers right here, it would have been more annoying. But the Reaper goes to my main base, he sees my entire build. So I'm not too happy about that, but at least I'm not taking that much damage. And the Medivac is on the complete opposite side of the map. I don't lose any probes to the Reaper. It's the 420 as of right now, and I'm okay with the situation in this game because I didn't take that much damage and I deflected his Medivac for as long as I could. I'm continuing my build, going for tempo archives in just a moment. I'm sending a hallucination to the bottom side of the map because that's where I spotted the Medivac last time. I already see it, but my stalkers are somewhat out of position. I don't have blink finish just yet. Oh no, did I mess up something? I saw this Medivac before. I should have had stalkers in my position. Maybe I thought he was going to be going to the natural. I have to pull probes back. The blink is not done yet. Do I sacrifice the probes right now? Do I sacrifice the stalker? I'm going to be waiting a little bit. Okay, he saves 2 of the Widowmice. The Medivac survives. This is not a good positioning by me, and I was losing quite a lot of economy because of, okay, might as well just sacrifice 1 probe. 1 probe is not that much. I just had to make sure that I defend the middle line further to make sure that my economy stays good. Okay, the Medivac is in the corner of my base. There should be a Raven maybe coming to my natural since he has a Medivac in my main base. He's not going to be combining his harassment in the main base. There's the Raven in the natural. I predicted it and just perfectly on time. I blink on top of it and I snipe the Raven. So despite losing a lot of economy to the Widowmine drop, sniping the Raven equalizes the things at least for me because there's not going to be any follow-up harassment. Okay, let's spread out the stalkers. The Medivac is still there. I have 8 stalkers, tempo archives is finished, +1 on the way. I can start my 3rd base. I'm not too sad about the situation in this game, but I've been in a better situations already versus Cure, so obviously I'm not saying I'm winning this game or anything. The game simply continues on after defending the harassment somewhat okay. Okay, what is Cure doing? What can I see with this Observer? Double Sea Snake, he's ready for my blink up. Potentially there's still a bunker in the natural base. I have my 3rd base on the way. Can I find some harassment here? Probably not, but maybe I can find if he's going for a 3rd base, if he's adding more barracks. Cure is also one of those players that is not shying away from pulling SCVs early on, so I kind of need to confirm if he's getting a 3rd command center or not. My Templars are gathering energy. Okay, what can I see with this Observer? He has Marines already in position. I don't want to reveal my Observer. I don't want it to be sniped. I have only 1 Observer. Adding additional pylons, Storm on the way, +1 on the way, Charge on the way, 8 gateways, 3rd base finishing. Okay, there's the 3rd command center from Cure. I feed back the Medivac in the corner of the map. Now, ideally, I didn't want to do that because I don't want Cure to know that I'm going for Storm. He could be thinking this is a Colossus build or something, but I had to do it because the Medivac was getting a lot of energy, and I just wanted to make sure that I can keep the ease of mind to not be worried about Medivac flying into my main base while I'm keeping the 3 stalkers there as well. So I wanted to make sure that I can just focus on other more important things than just that Medivac. Cure is moving across the map. I don't see the exact unit positioning. I'm trying to gather part of my army. Okay, my economy is not looking that great. I haven't been probing greatly. I've been doing okay job because I'm too afraid of an attack from him. But I don't think he's moving out. I have a very strong army that can definitely fight versus his. I have a good amount of storms, like 5 Templars with storms, some amount of stalkers and zealots, and I have production facilities of 8 gateways to immediately replenish that army if I'm going to be losing some. So okay, let's move out on the map. If we meet in the middle, I have at least a lot of storms. Maybe I can trade something. But he sniped my Observer, so I don't see exact unit positioning or unit quantity if he's going to be counter-attacking with the drops or something. There's 1 pesky Marine that he's scouting me with. Now he sees that my army is not there yet, so he's probably thinking that I'm already attacking him. Maybe I can do something right now. Okay, he's actually going to be attacking me. We missed each other in the middle of the map. In the meantime, going to the 3rd base. Okay, what do? I have to recall the Templars. I think recalling the Templars is the right decision here because he has to attack me quickly as soon as possible. I have a lot of army that he cannot really deal with right now. Great force field, sniping a lot of SCVs in the natural base. Okay, there's a lot of chaos. I'm going to be supplied, but I have 4 Templars with a lot of storms. 1 storm, good storm. 2nd storm, not so much. I have 1st storm, not bad. I have a battery here to help out. 1 more storm. Okay, we're killing a lot of army. In the meantime, remember, he lost his 3rd base. He lost his natural base. Can I go to the main base? Maybe we can find something here. Not sure how much army he has there. Okay, let's not be too greedy. Let's not lose to the reinforcements and the SCVs. I don't have any storms here. Let's just go back and defend. He cannot just rush into my natural base. simply because I have Templars here, so he needs to take it slow. And if he's taking it slow, I can replenish my army as soon as I get unsupply block, and I can flank him from behind. He cannot get reinforcements here. Energy restart on that Templar. Okay, I'm closing in on the flank. Do I have enough to break through his main army? He's taking it slow. He's doing the best job he can possibly do. There we go. Guardian Shield, flank from all sides. Let's go. There's not that much here. Storm 2, Storm 3. We snipe everything. Get the siege tanks, blink forward, snipe the medivacs. It was a brilliant, brilliant cleanup. I'm finally on supply block. I was flooding a lot of money, but I didn't lose any of my economy. Oh, the War Prism under the Widowman. Oh, I was very much so shaky during that moment because I thought I might lose that War Prism to the Widowmine with 3 Templars inside. Okay, I'm in a great spot versus Cure right now. I am going to just re-expand and make sure that I don't die. And I am not sure how much economy he had left. Maybe he had like a second, third base and some SCVs left in the main base. I wasn't sure exactly in what situation I am in. But I knew that I'm quite far ahead. As long as I just do things properly from this moment, I should be able to break him somewhat soon. Okay, the hallucination finished his storming. Okay, he landed his third base. Does he have a full 2-base saturation? He feels confident to defending the third base. He's not counter-attacking me? Okay, I should have enough to go out on the map and probably trade once again with the storms. I have so many storms, and with the economy that Cure had in the meantime, there's no way he's gonna have a lot of ghosts. Or even if he has a couple of ghosts, I should have more energy. I could like feedback them or something, even if he has only 3 of them. Okay, let's walk forward. Good positioning here. I don't want to YOLO in. I've thrown my fair share of games versus Cure. I didn't want to throw this game away. He's very smartly moving Marauders forward. Not Marines, not the entire army. Stalkers are not trading well versus the Marauders. I get 1 more Warpen. I'm on 4 bases. I've rebuilt my economy. My +2 is about to finish. I can still go through Colossus. I'm taking it slow. I'm trying to do it properly. Do not YOLO in. Do not YOLO in. Storm forward. Not that great. I see his SCV count at the third base is almost non-existent. I'm also making sure that each time that he stims his army, his medivacs are really dry. I still have a lot of Templars at home in case of a counter-attack, because I'm not sure how the supply is looking. Wait, I have no Storm here. I need to retreat. I'm literally like 10 energy away from Storm. I have to retreat. Okay, drop one of the Templars, save the Immortal. Let's go. He's chasing me. He's chasing me. He's chasing me. I have a flank ready. I have a flank ready. Okay, please stay here. Stay here. I have a flank. Come on. Okay, he's here. Let's go. Flank forward. 3 more Templars with a lot of energy. Attacking from the top. Attacking from the bottom. Dropping the Templars from the War Prison. 1 more great storm. His army's all in red. Blink forward. Sniping the medivacs. And this is looking absolutely fantastic for me. And I take game number 1 of Cure. And I'm feeling quite confident in this series. That was a great start and great game by me. I'm quite proud. Game number 2 versus Cure. I'm on Pylon. He eBay blocked my natural base. So I took the linear third. I'm scouting with the hallucination what he's going to be doing. I'm expecting Hellions most likely. And, you know, because I am not very often up 1-0 versus Cure in a tournament, I wanted to go for a cheeky victory with a very aggressive frigate as soon as possible. And I see the Hellions. This should be good for me, I think. I'm trying to defend the Hellions. Okay, split the Stalkers to the natural base. There are Hellions here. Okay. I have a force field. Good force field, but the Hellions are running through. A little bit of miss micro. I don't kill the Hellion immediately. The 4 Hellions are going to my middle line, but that doesn't matter that much. I have 3 gateways done. Let's make sure that I warp in. I don't have that many probes here to lose. Okay, he ran away with the Hellions. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's just try to counter attack. I have 3 gateways as soon as possible. He shouldn't have that many out on the map, right? He made 4 Hellions with this. I cannot defend these Hellions anymore. I just need all the Stalkers across the board to make sure that I attack him. He counterattacks me just as the moment I'm moving out. Of course, I knew the Hellions are here, but I just wanted to go for a cheeky victory. Okay, there's nothing here in the natural. Nothing in the natural. Let's go up the ramp. Go up the ramp. Okay, there's a second for Marines. I have nothing here. GG. After so much effort in game number 1, I just get completely bonked here in game number 2. And we are tied 1-1. And that was a terrible strategy to do, unfortunately for me. So we are tied 1-1. I still have a chance at winning, but after, you know, trying so hard in game number 1, a lot of things went right for me, and then just completely bopping game number 2, I was not feeling quite confident. For some reason, I went for a low ground gateway. I didn't necessarily have any plan behind this. So I scouted that he's going for double gas. I'm going for a double stalker. And maybe I can do something. So my plan in this game was kind of non-existent. I was just trying to wing it. I didn't have the exact build order that I want to go for. I just was trying to play the game, figure out what to do kind of on the fly. Okay, let's move out with this double stalker. I have defended the versus the Reaper quite quickly, and I damaged it quite a lot. So maybe I can like get a cancel in the natural base. Oh, he spotted me. He spotted my stalker move out. I didn't notice that right now. So he spotted my stalker move out with the Reaper. So now he's immediately going to counterattack with this. I didn't notice that. So I have 2 stalkers out on the map. There's no command center here. Is this a one base build? Holy shit, what is this? What am I going to do? Okay, there's the Reaper out on the map. This is not good. Not like this. Let's not lose a game to 1 Reaper. Oh my god, 2 probes dead. Okay, I cannot really break through the wall anyway. There's a factory building. He's probably building a cyclone here. I cannot stay any longer. I don't see a command center. I'm losing more probes to the Reaper. 1 sentry cannot do it. 3 probes dead. I'm pulling probes. Force field, maybe I can block the Reaper. I cannot even block the freaking Reaper. I have to recall my main to my main with both of the stalkers. And the Reaper even escapes from my main base. I'm losing 3 probes. I didn't exactly get to scout what he's doing. I didn't deal any damage with the stalkers. And the Reaper, okay, at least I will be able to kill it. But this is an absolute disastrous start for me. He scouted everything that I'm doing. He dealt damage to me. I didn't deal any damage to him. Disaster of a start versus Cure. And there's even also a medivac directly in my main base already. And I used the energy recharge on my sentry just before to force field out the Reaper. So I don't have a Guardian Shield here anymore. I'm losing more probes. I don't kill the Cyclone. I lose the Stalker. At least I'm killing all of the Marines. But once again, another thing goes very badly for me. I am definitely not enjoying my position here. I don't have a third base on the way. I don't have a robotics facility to even make like a war prism to try to counter or Linen or anything. I lost a lot of economy. Yep, I am really licking my wounds. Okay, let's try to go for a third base. Sending the hallucination to scout what Cure is doing as a follow-up. I have 3 gateways on the way. You know, I thought, at least right now, that Cure might be overcommitting to a defense, because I tend to be quite an aggressive player. So after he spotted additional gateways from me, I thought that he might not be harassing me at all, and I have a chance of maybe coming back in this game, playing somewhat more greedy and taking up instead of counter all-inning. I think his second barracks is just finished right now, which means that his stim or combat shield is going to be quite delayed. But that also means there could be a frontal move out with siege tanks, banshees, and marines in the cyclone and the medivac that I wasn't able to snipe. And I don't really have that much economy to pump out units. I have Templar Archives on the way. Storm starts at 5:30. Not bad, not bad. But ideally I would like to have a bit of more of a better economy. Since I also spotted that he has a tech lab on his starport, which means that there's probably 1 Banshee or a Raven somewhere out on the map. I don't know where it is exactly. Could be also 2 Banshees hiding, but I was quite certain that this is no cloak for him, since I didn't see the starports researching. So I'm standing in the front of his base with the stalkers to see for his frontal move out. I have a couple of stalkers in between my bases to make sure that I don't take any damage versus a potential Banshee or Raven. And I'm trying to do somewhat similar, like in game number 1, you know, adding additional gateways, try to get us to as much storm as possible. But this time I am in a far less economy than before. Stalkers don't find anything. No Banshee. I'm trying to blink back. Maybe he's hiding the Banshee in here. Nope, nothing that I see. Where is he? He's not harassing me. He's not dropping me. What is he doing? I don't have a robo or an observer because I couldn't afford it. Cannot really see much. I don't know if he's going to be pulling SCVs. Okay, let's use the hallucination. I see there's a third command center on the way. There's the freaking Banshee. Right in the base that I don't have the stalkers in. But at least I have a battery. I feedback the Banshee. It takes a lot of damage, but the battery is not in range of all of the probes. So I lose a couple of these. And once again, I take some damage. But once again, at least I confirm a unit kill. But I am not quite confident in this game, because again, he spotted my storm. And this time I don't really have a significant amount of units to fight his army, if he's going to be coming with a push. So yeah, well, I just hope he's not going to be attacking me. Or if he's going to be attacking me, I hope it's going to be a failed micro attack or something, as I'm trying to recover my economy. He's still not moving out though, and I'm getting to a good gateway count. I am going for double forge right now. I need to do everything in my power to come back into this game, so I'm starting to be a little bit more greedy. I killed the Banshee. There's still no Raven. Cure is playing very scared, and I'm starting to believe in my position, as long as he didn't take the base at the triangle. But there's 1 more medivac. I'm almost in position to defend this, but good probe pull, good probe split as well. I only lose 2 probes versus 2 with the mines. Not that bad of a trade for me, but once again, in a situation where I have continuously lost economy throughout the game, that's not something that I wanted. There's still no frontal push. There's a medevac here. Can I kill it? Maybe feedback storm? Let's try. Feedback storm. No, not quite. And now he's moving out in the front. Oh my goodness. Okay, I lost the stalker. I just wasted some of my energy on the High Templars, but I still have plenty of more. And I have energy recharge available soon. Okay, have upgrades, chrono boosting, 8 gateways. Let's get unsupply blocked. Maybe I can kill this medevac. I don't know if there are Widow Mines hiding there or not. Okay, I have a little bit of a flank ready. If he's going to be moving in here. I saw a medevac here with the Marines. Okay, blink down. Sniping the medevac. Very good. Marines dead. For a medevac, for a stalker and a probe and a pylon. I will take that trade any time of the day. That's very good for me. Where's the frontal push though? Is he here? Are the siege tanks here? Are the Widow Mines here? I don't know. He should be at the front. Okay, let's move forward a bit. Maybe I can get a storm. Okay, he's not here. Wait, what? Where's he? Okay. I see him a medevac at the third base. He's moving back. Okay. I survived. I have a lot of High Templars. I have 1-1 on the way. He's not trying to push me at the front. Maybe I can walk out on the map and try to find the trade with him. See if I can do something that I did in game number 1. But we missed each other in game number 1. This time we're probably not going to be missing each other. I have a 4th base on the way. 1-1 about to finish. Let's move out on the map and see if I can find any value with my army. I'm kind of gambling that he's not going to be dropping me in the main base as of right now. I don't have a recall available or something. 2-2 immediately starts as 1-1 is finishing. Okay, where is he? Where is he? No third base here. The season. Ghosts! Ah! He has ghosts here already. Huh. Can I really do something here? Let's warp in additional units. My 1-1 has finished. Maybe I can trade. Should I trade? Should I attack? There are ghosts and siege tanks already. There are good Widow Mine spread. And he spotted that I have storm. And I lost a lot of economy. I'm not sure if I can do something here. Maybe I can do something cheeky. Let's blink to the natural base and see if I can find any value here. There are ghosts already underneath. I get only a couple of feedbacks in. All of the stalkers are EMP'd. Okay, that's not a very good trade for me. Blink down. One more storm at the high ground. Okay, that's a juicy storm. Good start. I didn't lose that much. And at least the ghosts are low on energy. And I still have a lot of High Templars left. Let's chrono the upgrades. I didn't notice I have only 1 probe on each of the guys are in the natural base after the Widow Mine drop. Oh, he EMPs my Templar at the front. Okay, can I attack? Should I attack? Should I flank into this? We have a High Templar here. Let's move back with the army. He sees my Guardian Shield and he retreats. I have a decent flanking opportunity. Okay, there's 2 siege tanks sniping my Templar. Well done by Cure, and my flank attempt is not working. I lost a lot of High Templars. He's probably close to being maxed out since I am maxed out almost myself. And since his economy has been better throughout the game, I am not really liking my position. But my 2-2 is about to finish. Maybe I can find the timing that I will find an engagement as soon as my 2-2 finishes. He's still not moving forward with his army. I can smell that he's playing kind of scared, which works in my favor because I'm able to be closing on max out and my High Templars are gathering energy. Okay, I'm ready for a flank. I have almost like a 3-prong attack, but I still don't see exactly where he's moving. I don't have an observer or anything to track his army. Ah, my zealots are about to be caught. There's a big army. A lot of ghosts here. I don't have a secondary splash damage. My 2-2 is about to finish though. Maybe I can find something here. Okay, let's go. I have 2 High Templars in the prison. My 2-2 are about to finish. It's time to F2 forward. Yet? No, maybe now. Okay, there's still a siege tank. Lots of ghosts here. Maybe I can force him to EMP. He's very well set up. He's not allowing me to catch him off guard. He's not walking clumped up. It's a very difficult situation, but at least I have 2-2 on the way. 1 more warp in, 8 gateways. I'm kind of floating a lot of money. I should have had more gateways. Okay, maybe this counterattack can do something. Couple of Vikings. Cure cannot really walk into me. I have a lot of storms left. Okay, 2-2 finish. Let's go. Let's give it a try. EMP everywhere. Okay, 1 decent storm. I snipe all of the zealots. I snipe all of the siege tanks and the Widow Mines, but I have to retreat. This army is simply too big. But I have still 1 more High Templar with 2 storms. Good storm on the ghosts, but not good enough. I am left with no storms anymore. 3-3 on the way. I have Colossus on the way. Okay, recharge one of the Templars. Let's go. Immediately got EMP'd. Nothing here. Okay, might as well give it a try. I noticed that he is still on 1-1 upgrades only, so I have a double upgrade advantage. Plus the Guardian Shield, plus the flank, plus the army is already stimmed before and bruised from previous engagements. Maybe this is my chance. He micros quite well. I try to snipe the medivacs with all of the stalkers. We trade armies. And the game continues on. Now I notice I have far too much money. I cannot really spend it. I have 2,000 resources. Should definitely have more gateways, but I survive. I survived and this is not so bad. since I have decreased the amount of medivacs to 0, I killed almost all of the ghosts, and the bio is very much so damaged. So it will take some time for him to create an army that is strong. But same goes for me. I almost lost my entire army as well. I have only a Colossus, couple of High Templars. At least I have upgrade advantage, which I have noticed during this game. And I never stopped with my upgrades. I immediately started free as soon as my 2-2 finished. Okay, I have a 5th base on the way. Cure probably has a 4th already, or at least he should. I don't know though. I don't have Observer, I don't have a War Prism. I have almost 0 map control. Actually, 0 map control, so I'm feeling quite uneasy in this situation. I feel like I can be attacked at any front, and I'm not sure if I can even take on his main army. But my Colossus are about to finish, my free is about to finish. Maybe if I survive a little bit longer, this might be looking good for me. I have additional gateways, my 5th base on the way. Production facilities are on. My army is being almost maxed out. Okay, let's try to search for the 4th base. I checked the triangle base with the Zealot, there's nothing there. No 5th base for him? Is there a 4th base? There's no one at the corner base. Maybe I'm actually not that bad of a position. But hey, there's still a triangle base. There's still a triangle base for the Terran. Maybe he has a 4th right there. Okay, I have free done. I'm close to maxed out. My army is quite strong. He's here. Oh, I see the 4th base right now. 4 cure, it's done. But at least he doesn't have a 5th. So at least we are somewhat equal on economy. So I have a 5th base done. And he has all the mules. I have free finished. I have thermal ints about to finish. Maybe I can find an engagement. Let's try that. I have like 2 armies. One main army, one kind of like a flanking army. Maybe I can find an engagement that is going to be favorable for me. But I don't know where he is at. I kill a Zealot in a hope to rebuild it with a Templar to get one more Storm. But I noticed I don't have enough gas to do it on. So that Zealot died for nothing. Okay, he's here in the middle. He immediately EMPs the High Templar, but he doesn't see my secondary army. Yeah, let him chase me. I'm fine with him chasing me. I'm setting up a flank. One more Storm, pretty good. Okay. Secondary army is coming from the flank. I have a very good warping point. Maybe this is going to be a good engagement for me. Okay, let's go. He should be in the middle there. Let's flank him. Let's go. Oh my god, he immediately goes here to the flanking army. But I have a High Templar going in. Big Storm on the main army immediately. Big second Storm. No, there's an EMP on the High Templar. But his army is very much so damaged. Okay, quickly, warp in. I have a lot of Stalkers, lots of Colossus. Everything is damaged. Maybe it's my time to go. I see he's adding additional command centers. He's going for a late game. That means he probably has a lot of money. Okay, I still have 3 Colossus left. I don't have that many Storms. Should I stay here? Should I go? Should I fight? I'm not really sure. Okay, let's poke forward with the Stalkers. Snipe one of the medivacs. That's pretty good. Snipe one of the Marauders. That's pretty good. Okay. That's a very good engagement for me. I'm in a good position. Good position. Let's not waste it. Should I go here to the 4th base? There's a Widow Mine. I take some damage. Good Viking positioning. Lots of ghosts, but not that many EMPs left. Hey, maybe I can do something here. Yes, that's a lot of Marines. I have 4 Colossus here. Maybe it's time for me to push forward. I still have free. He's not on free just yet. I move forward, snipe big part of his army with a great force field. Couple of hold position micro. The Vikings are not killing my Colossus. Okay, this is a great position for me. I am able to warp in at the 5th base. Hey, there's a orbital command. This is not a planetary fortress. Maybe I can move in forward here. Colossus at the ramp. Okay, hold position. Making sure I attack the Vikings with the Stalkers. Zealots on top of the army. Not that many EMPs. Colossus survives. I still have 2 Colossus here. I have a flanking Zealots coming in from the warp in. Okay, that's not that much bio. Additional warp in the meantime. How's the fight going? Looking good. Okay, I'm breaking through. Killed almost all of the medivacs. The 3rd base is being attacked. I have a War Prism here to reinforce. Another Colossus reinforcing as well from the double robo. Okay, let's transfer some of the probes to the 5th base. Oh my god, he caught the 5th, the Colossus that was reinforcing in the middle, but his army is almost non-existent. One more warp in for me. I have 1 Colossus that I can survive with some War Prism micro. There's no 3rd base, only 4th base. How much does he have? Not that much. Let's just go forward. Blink forward. Zealots charging in. There's 1 more Colossus. He has nowhere to run. He's being blocked by the gold minerals. Okay, let's focus. Attack. 1 more warp with the War Prism. If he's going to be trying to focus fire the Colossus, I'll pick up to the War Prism if possible. I'm micro back. There's no more army for him left. GG. And I beat Cure. 2-1. Esports World Cup participant. The most recent GSL finalist. My own teammate, of course. And I haven't beaten him in 15 series in a row. The last time I beat him was the very first series that I played versus him in 2019. So I finally beat Cure 2-1, and I go to the semifinals of this tournament. I thought I played a legit great best of 3 here, despite an absolutely awful beginning here. Versus the Reapers, the Widow Mines, the Banshee, whatever he threw at me. He dealt a lot of damage and I was able to recover. I was very, very proud of that victory. And we're moving on to the semifinals. So after beating Cure, a GSL champion in the recent GSL finals, I was met with ByuN in the semifinals. ByuN, of course, the world champion and the GSL champion himself of 2016. Not an easy bracket for me whatsoever. But I played versus ByuN multiple times and I actually find Cure to be more difficult for me to play than ByuN, but that's just a stylistic difference, I think. ByuN can look kind of, I would say, like scared, maybe more, but he's also quite more unpredictable than Cure. So while Cure is a player that would do a lot of the same things over and over, but just doing very well, ByuN would do a lot of different things and hard to predict how he's going to be playing, but maybe he's more likely to make a mistake because of that. But that's just my feeling about the matchup and how I played versus both of them. But anyway, we're in the semifinals, game number 1 versus ByuN on Pylon. Once again, I'm going to be going for the build that I'm very familiar and confident in. The Blink into Storm with some hallucination scouts. And let's see how this game is going to be going. Pylon's somewhat of a short map, so I was a bit afraid of maybe being dived? I don't know. He's going to be attacking me frontally, right, as soon as possible. I see that he's researching Cloak. There's probably going to be some Banshees in the middle of the map. Okay, so I'm sending some Stalkers to the front. I don't know if he's going to be like pushing forward to like C-Snake, 1 Banshee, couple of SCVs. This looks kind of scary for me. I'm pushing forward, but I don't see any kind of movement. And I have a decent pylon positioning in the main base. I have a probe patrolling around in case of a Medivac or a Banshee. Okay, is he trying to just go to cancel my third base or something? What is he going to be doing here? I'm scouting the hallucination. I have 1 observer. I don't see him moving out to the hallucination. Link about to be done. Temple Archives building. Time to position my Stalkers to the main base in case of a Banshee or a Raven, like I spotted. Okay, what is he doing here? Barracks about to finish. But Barracks 2 and 3. I see main bulk of his army in the natural base. Maybe he's not attacking me whatsoever. Now that's fine by me, since I'm playing kind of like greedy, safe but greedy at the same time with, you know, Forge, Temple Archives and everything. Okay, I have an observer in the natural base. Time to take a third base. No harassment yet, but I'm moving out with only a portion of my Stalkers because I know there's going to be either Banshee or Raven harassment. Since I spotted the starport with the tech lab on. Okay, can I find anything here with these Stalkers? Let's poke up with the observer first. Get a third base, start the storm. Okay, I see there's the Banshee here in the natural base. He's not actually committing to the natural, which is quite smart, but I see it. And I see him as he sees me. I have Stalkers ready to defend. Now, do I really want to reveal the Templar with feedback on the Banshee? Not really. Okay, there's being an attack in the natural base, but he's not moving out just yet. Okay, we're not taking any damage whatsoever. And it's already 6 minutes into the game. As long as you're not taking any damage as a Protoss, most of the time you're feeling quite well. It's the Tyrant's job to deal damage to the Protoss in the first couple of minutes of the game. Otherwise, you might fall a bit behind if Protoss is being greedy. Okay, he's moving in with the Banshee. Blink forward. Okay, I damaged the Banshee quite a lot. Maybe it's time for me to feed back the Banshee. Maybe it's time for me to feed back the Banshee. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to reveal that I have Storm. Okay, can he kill this pylon? Look at it, it's gonna be a fight. He's trying to kill the pylon outside of the Stalker range. Stalker range and Banshee range is the same, but I'm being blocked by the map. And he's going forward, trying to kill that pylon with that Banshee. It's funny how much time he's actually paying attention to that. He's going to be attacking that pylon in just a moment. There we go. So he's actually attacking outside the Stalker range. I cannot do anything about it. Okay, time to reveal my Storm. My Tempo Archives. Okay, there we go. Feedback Banshee goes down. He's moving out. Maybe I can kill the Cyclone. No, good micro from ByuN. Picking up the Cyclone. I have Warp Prism. Lots of High Templars. Good gateway count. My third base is done. Looks like he's going to be either attacking me or securing his third base soon. Okay, my third base is close to being fully saturated. I have good amount of storms. I see he's still here. I can definitely move out. I can find some trades with the High Templars in the Warp Prism and some storms. Fourth base in the meantime. And let's try to find some damage with my army. Additional High Templars being warped in. get some bulk in my army with the Archons, since he's not going to be having any ghosts anytime soon. At least not that I know of. 4 base on the way, still no harassment. We killed the Banshee, we killed the Raven for free. My High Templars gathered a lot of energy. Wait, he's not here? The 3rd base is not landed yet? He has a Marine at the front. He has 2 Siege Tanks here. Okay, maybe I can do something here. Trying to blink my Stalkers to the right side to snipe the Siege Tank, but not in position. Decent storms. I kill some part of the army. But the most important part for me is that he hasn't landed on the 3rd base yet. It's quite late. So I can simply just stay here. I have a good flanking potential with a couple of High Templars yet. That I have reinforced. I have 1 High Templar at the bottom. Okay, can I poke forward with the Archon? Let's see if I can find some damage. I see a couple of ghosts, but that army is not really that big. He has ghosts and Vikings before he even landed the 3rd base. Great storms at the ramp of the Terran base. We're just pushing forward quite smoothly. Blink forward, sniping the Siege Tank. I have 1 more storm. I have a force field, couple of Archon Stalkers. I kill all of the Medivacs. This is going far better than I could have ever hoped for. I also have a 4th base about to be done and saturated, as ByuN is just trying to get his 3rd base. But there's a Raven harassment. I didn't notice that. Okay, I need to pull some of the pros, but that's fine. My economy is perfectly fine. Waiting for a High Templar to feedback that Raven before he drops in more missile turrets. Sorry, auto turrets. I'll be sick if they could drop missile turrets. Good feedback on the Raven. No more harassment for you. I have cleaned up almost all of his tech. I killed lots of the Medivacs, killed lots of the Siege Tanks, Widow Mines. Yeah, I think I killed all of the ghosts. I don't remember if I killed all of them. But I'm definitely loving my position here. Definitely. I just need to regroup. I have my 4th base ready. Looks like he's not counter-attacking me. Which I found a bit confusing, because I thought that he would notice that I am too far ahead economically with my 4th base before even he got his 3rd base, and that he would have to immediately counter-attack. And I was ready for a counter-attack, but I see he's still at his 3rd base, and that got me thinking maybe I'm not that far ahead. Maybe I'm judging the game a bit wrong, and maybe he's just perfectly fine. So I'm a bit nervous, because I don't have Colossus yet. He already has Ghosts, he already has Vikings. I don't have Double Forge like I did in game number 3 versus Cure, but I did deal a lot of damage in the natural base. At least that's what I thought. Okay, additional gases, posturing in the middle of the map. Maybe I can get a good storm somewhere in the middle. He's spotting my 4th base with the Marine. Dropping the High Templar to have 1 High Templar in the army, and a couple of in the War Prism. 5th base on the way. Okay, can I poke forward a bit? Maybe get a cheeky storm. Okay, there's a sensor turret, immediate EMP. Nope. You cannot find anything here. ByuN very quick on the reaction, but he doesn't see this army just yet. Can I fight him here? He scans me. He sees somewhat of a weak army for me, right? But that's not my entire army. I have a lot spread out on the map. And I can also warp in immediately. Okay, where is he? I have a counterattack of Zealots ready. High Templar at the 4th. High Templar in the natural base. Okay, he's in the middle of the map. Maybe I can flank him here. If he's going to be attacking me, let's gather my stuff. My +2 attack has just finished. Counterattack with the Zealots. Can I maybe catch him in the middle of the map? Okay, let's go. Before he notices, he EMPs immediately on the War Prism. Nice micro from ByuN. Cannot really find much, but this storm is very good. There's a counterattack with the Zealots as well. Second storm pretty good. Okay, 4th base is being cancelled for him. Big warp in. Sensor tower destroyed, but not very well connected attack by me. I lost pretty much a lot of the Zealots there, but I have a good economy and I can easily replenish that. Okay, I have lots of High Templars coming from the top, High Templars and Zealots at the bottom, but he sniped my War Prism with the Vikings before even able to watch it. I have still lots of High Templars at the top. Good storm, good EMPs as well, but I have more storms here. Need to warp in at the 4th base. Look away from the fight for a moment. Couple of Immortals here, very, very strong versus the Marauders, but he EMPs the High Templars. But the Zealots are dealing a lot of damage to the SCVs. I've been on the 4 bases for quite a lot, so I don't mind trading an army for an army, because I know that I will be able to replenish my army a bit faster than him. Reinforcing Zealots coming in. My 5th base is done. Big warp-in. I retreat with the Zealots to make sure that I save them. Reinforcing Colossus, and I will be attacking him again, but ByuN has to GG out, and I beat him in game number 1, and I'm leading 1-0 in the semifinals. Game number 2 versus ByuN is going to be on Persephone, and my idea here is that I wanted to do the same thing that I did versus Ryung, where I went for 4-gate blink, and that was basically what I wanted to do. So, okay, I have Stalkers. in my main base, trying to look out for a medivac. I have 4 gateways done. And I have these stalkers to try to defend for a potential Raven, medivac harassment at around 4:30. Okay, I see there's no harassment happening, so I'm moving out with my stalkers. Have a War Prism. And the moment that I move out, there's a Raven flying into my main base. So I got my timing a bit wrong. I could have prevented that from happening, and this is already a bit different than in game versus Ryung, because I lose quite a lot of economy, and it's very important with this build that I'm doing to have constant economy, to constantly warp in with 4 gateways. But I thought, okay, at least I'm very quickly here. 4:55, I'm already with the Stalker and the Warp Prism, ready to blink into the main base. Okay, I have a Zealot to tank the tank damage. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, tank damage with the Zealot. Oh my god, the tank actually damages the Stalkers. Okay, blink forward. There's a second siege tank in the natural base. I'm trying to pull back. Maybe I can snipe one of the siege tanks at least, but I lose a significant portion of my Stalkers. And because of the siege tank in the natural base and the first siege tank shot, not to the Zealot, but to the Stalkers, and additional harassment, this is not looking very good for me. But at least I killed the siege tank in the main base. Maybe I can do something here. But there's another siege tank from the natural coming in, another siege tank from the factory, and I really cannot do much more here. I kind of want to skip the further part of this game simply because, well, we were just trying to rebuild after that, but I lost far too much economy. And after gathering up the new army for both of us, we were macroing up pretty much, and it was just not enough for me. Even though I had a very good engagement, I kind of want to show you this engagement because I think that was pretty well executed. The numbers were simply not there for me, but I tried my best to flank him from multiple fronts. I have 2 Colossus Thermal Lens about to finish. Let's go, flank from both sides, Guardian Shield on top of the Zealots as well. But ByuN simply has too much in here, and after the failed 4-gate blink, he was able to beat me in this map. So I have to GG out, and we are tied up 1-1 in the semifinals versus ByuN. Well done, well played by ByuN. Game number 3 versus ByuN. Winner moves on to the grand finals, playing on ley lines, and there is an eBay block in my natural base that I was actually scouting for, but ByuN somehow, some way managed to escape the vision of my probe and got the eBay block. Okay, might as well give it a try and go for the Nexus in the triangle location. He spots that with his SV. And remember, I got eBay blocked versus Cure in game number 2 versus Cure on Pylon, and I lost miserably. I didn't want to repeat this. Wait, he cancels his eBase that quickly? Okay, I'm gonna do a YOLO move and just cancel my Nexus in the natural base. Oh, sorry, in the triangle base, and remake it in the natural base. After that, the game is developing in a normal fashion. I'm going for a Stalker into a Sentry into the Twilight Council, and ByuN is trying to find some kind of information with the Reaper. I didn't exactly remember what kind of plan I had for this game. I think I was just trying to figure out what to do because I got eBay block and I had to build the Nexus at a different timing and also with less money because I had to cancel the Nexus before that. So I think I was just trying to feel out how the game is going to go with what ByuN is going to be doing with the hallucination. I see there's still no command center landed in the natural base of ByuN, which got me thinking, is he playing one base? What is this? Okay, no, there's a command center and orbital command already finished. He just is playing it completely safe, which is fine by me since my natural base is already done and nicely mining, and there are no Hellions to kill me like there was versus Cure. So I'm okay with the position I am in, simply because I was able to cancel the base in the third location and got it to my natural base, and ByuN got scared because of that. I think I killed the Reaper, which means there's less scouting for ByuN. Okay, since I killed the Reaper, let's go Robo, double gas. I think I'm going to be going for Storm yet again. I had a lot of success with the Storm build today. Might as well stick to what is working well for me. Another hallucination, trying to see what the Terran is doing. There could be some harassment happening in my natural base, in my main base somewhat soon. But since the opening was a little bit different, I'm not expecting the timing to be as soon as possible. Could be a Raven first, could be a Medivac first, could be a Banshee again. Possible. What can the hallucinations say? Okay, second barracks. He lifted, there's all Marines here. Additional gas. Wait, what? There's a Medivac in my natural? He didn't unload anything here. I was a bit fortunate. He maybe thought that I'm trying to bait him, but I just misclicked my Stalkers in the natural base and I wasn't completely ready for this Medivac. He was way sooner than I expected him to be in my natural base with that Medivac. I kind of dodged the bullet there. He's flying in again. Oh, he drops the Widow Mine. Okay, maybe I can snipe it before it burrows. I kill it before it burrows, but there's probably one more Widow Mine in the main base. I need to make sure that I don't lose any probes to this. I have to pull the probes back for this. Can I kill the Medivac at least? Nope. But good probe split, and I'm not losing that much other than just the economy that I lost from pulling the probes. And he once again sees that this is a storm opener, confirming the Temple Archives. Okay, maybe I can snipe this. I blink down, and the moment I see him moving into the Raven, well, I have to blink back up. I cannot find any damage on the other side of the map. Maybe he's going to be flying into the Raven. Maybe I can snipe the Raven. I'm warping in a High Templar here to potentially feed back the Raven the moment he comes in, to drop down out turrets on the probes. Okay, time to start the third base. Storm on the way, charge on the way. My forge is slightly delayed because of the Widowmine drop, but that's okay. Can I maybe find some damage with these Stalkers? Is he poking forward? Is he attacking me? Is he making a third base? What is this? What is he doing? Okay, Medivac. Okay, good blink forward, sniping the Medivac for free. Just in time for his move out. Quite happy about that because I don't have that many gateways online. I only have these Stalkers. My charge is nowhere to be done. Okay, since he's moving out, maybe I'll just warp in these High Templars and morph them into an Archon. Since he could be trying to go for a timing to try to cancel my third base. There's still a Raven between my main base and the fourth base. So I'm taking that into consideration. Okay, is he coming back? Oh, looks like he came back with his entire army. I see this on the minimap. So I'm kind of relieved that he didn't attack into me, because I don't think I was quite ready for this attack, but maybe his attack wouldn't be that strong. I didn't exactly know how much army he had. Additional gateways. Always keeping in mind, in the back of my mind, that there's a Raven between the main base and the fourth base. Immortal happening. +1 attack. Third base to be saturated. Just make sure that I don't lose to a frontal push. Or a counter drop or something. Making a cannon in the natural base. Couple of High Templars. My Storm is ready, so I'm not that afraid of a frontal push. Gathering and swapping my High Templars. The low energy one goes to the main base. I only need a feedback there for the Raven. Making a cannon in the third base. Okay, making a pylon. Additional gateways are about to finish. Is he attacking me at the front? I'm trying to go at the middle, in the middle of them, to see if I can maybe get a storm on his army. I don't see if he's moving out, if he's making a third base. What's happening? I'm not confirming that with a hallucination as well. Okay, here comes the Raven. Not ideal situation for me, since I have just pulled back with the High Templar, but it goes to the third base, and a reinforcing High Templar comes in to feed back the Raven. And at this moment, actually, ByuN lagged out a little bit, and he lost the Raven because of the lag. I asked him if he wants to remake to make sure that he saves the Raven, but he said it's okay, let's just keep on playing, which I think was a good thing. I think he would have lost the Raven anyway, but I wanted to be nice to make sure that, you know, the game is not decided because of the lag happening in the middle of an action. But ByuN being ByuN, he just decides to keep on playing. Okay, fourth base on the way. 8 minutes in. ByuN still hasn't attacked me. Maybe I can try to find some damage before he saturates his third base. Maybe I can do something here. Somewhat similar to game number 1. Okay, let's move in forward. Okay, maybe attack his third base. Wait, what? There's no third base landed just yet. Yet again. He's playing very scared. He's playing very scared. That's good for me. I'm already on my way to fourth base. Let's see if he took the other base, maybe? Okay, I see his army is here. That means he doesn't have the base saturated yet. I'll just wait here. There's no pressure on me. I can just stay here, contain him on 2 bases while I'm taking up to double force, double robo in the fourth base. Okay, he's moving out just now. I'm losing some of the zealots. I'm showing him I'm here. You need to respect me. You need to respect me. That's good that he's playing scared. I like this. This is good for me. Each second that he's not mining from the third base gives me a slight economical advantage. I'm showing him that I'm here. I don't necessarily want to fight here, but if he comes at me directly, I have a good army to at least get a good trade. There's a Viking, good storm on the army. I'm not fighting entirely, but good storm. Good double storm, actually. I get a decent value there. I have a Warpism ready. Additional flank. This is like a delay of a minute and a half, where he should have had a third base. This is almost about the time where he should be starting a fourth. But he's just landing his third. Making a Guardian Shield, making him scared. I don't want to attack into here. I see ghosts, I see a lot of Vikings. I have double Colossus, double fourth base done. I don't need to immediately trade here. If I'm forced to trade, I'm okay with that, but this is not my intention, so I pull back. His third base is getting saturated, so I'm okay with the position of getting a fourth base, double Colossus, like I mentioned. Maybe this game will go into macro. No direct attack. I have little map control, so I'm trying to spread out a couple of the zealots in the map, as you can see, to make sure that I see where he's going to be attacking me from. Going for a fifth base in the meantime. getting my upgrades done. I was actually on point with the upgrades this series, all series long, kind of. I'm quite happy about how I kept my macro throughout the series versus everybody. It wasn't perfect, but for my standards and versus the players that I'm playing against, I was quite happy with the way that I was playing. I was quite sharp, quite quick to react, not overcommitting most of the time. Okay, what can I do here? I have War Prism speed. Wait, he has additional command centers here. 3 command centers at the same time. Let's go. I have double War Prism, high tempers in one of them. Okay, maybe in the main base I can do something with the Zealots. Okay, attack at the front, maybe. There's a couple of Widow Mites. This is not good siege tanks. Good EMPs. My Colossus are quite far at the back. Not good storms. Not the best micro out there. The storms were decent, but I lose the War Prism. I lose the high tempers. The Colossus don't have thermal lens yet. I don't have +2. Ugh. That was a very ugly attack. Luckily for me, I didn't lose every single tech unit here. I only lost like Zealots, some Stalkers, and High Templars and the War Prism that are somewhat easily replenishable. I didn't lose the Colossus. I didn't lose any economical damage during that. So I was like, okay, I almost threw the game away. I think the entire lead that I had, because I have delayed his third base, is kind of gone. So I had to take it quite seriously. And especially since I saw that he's adding additional command centers in the main base with the War Prism. I thought that he's going into the Terran macro modes, basically like, don't move out, don't harass that much, just slowly take a 4th and 5th base and get a macro out of there with a double engineering bay, and that's exactly what's happening. And in the meantime, I'm already on 5 bases. Maybe I can find a timing where he's trying to be landing on his 4th. I'm checking with the Zealots, the positioning of his 4th. He's not there yet, so that's good for me. Maybe I can find the timing here. My upgrades are finishing. I'm about to have 2-2. I already have +2 attack. Thermal lens done. Maybe I can find something here. Okay, maybe a storm. I'm losing high ground vision. Not a great storm here. At least the Vikings are quite damaged. I'm trying to go for one more storm, but I once again lose high ground vision. And okay, 3 Colossus, lots of storms. 2-2 finish for me. Maybe I can trade. I have 5 bases, 6 bases on the way. Attacking the natural to make sure that he's not watching. There's a siege tank here, a couple of bio. Okay, 4th base, not planetary fortress yet. Not a planetary fortress yet. Good storms on the entire army of ByuN. Maybe I can fight this. Blink forward. For the Morales, for the Vikings. 3 Colossus here. I still have one more storm. I still have one more high temper hero storm. Big storm in the center of the army yet again. Another big storm in the center of the army. Big warpen at the 5th base, which is close to reinforce. The 4th base is not there yet. I didn't lose the Colossus just yet. I sniped the Viking slightly too late as I lose the Colossus. But I have the reinforcements. Here comes the War Prism. I can have the warping point here. If possible, I have lots of gateways. There's still no 4th base with planetary fortress, which would make this engagement far harder for me. Let's warp in a lot of Stalkers. I have a fresh high temper here with storms. Let's get it into the War Prism. My +3 is halfway done. We have 2-2 versus 2-2, but I'm already on 6 bases, 5 bases mining. ByuN desperately needs to find some mining here. I have the speed prism so I can directly fly into the Terran army. Big storm in the middle of the army. Another great storm. I have one more storm directly in the center of the Terran army. And ByuN has to retrieve his 3rd base. I have a lot of economy. One more warpen at the 5th base. Additional reinforcing high Templar. Feedback on the go, so there's no EMP. SCV is trying to save the 3rd base for another storm. Another storm. And ByuN is on the ropes. ByuN is on the ropes. One last storm for me. I don't have more storms. Morph them into the Archons. The entire army are fighting. The medivacs are somewhat empty. Reinforcements coming in. He has nothing to do with the Archons. The Archons are going to be tanking a lot of damage. The medivacs are empty. Medivacs are dying. I have one more Colossus left. One more Stalker. I'm slowly losing the army. But I don't mind this trade whatsoever. I have the economy to fall back to. I can easily warp in again. I have reinforcing double Colossus because of the double Robo. And I know his 4th base is not done yet. I noticed that he's flying it to the top of the map. So I'm going to rotate my army to that position. And try to snipe his 4th base before it morphs into a planetary fortress. Which would make it a bit harder for me to attack. I have +3 done. The observer sees the army of ByuN. It's quite small. I still have 2,000 resources. He's morphing this. He's morphing this base. Okay, I can fight here. I have lots of Stalkers, lots of Colossus. I can easily snipe this army. This base. I can easily snipe this base. Nice. Base snipe. Let's recharge the High Templar with the energy overcharge and move forward. Gather everything together. ByuN's economy is very, very low. As long as I can gather my army, I'm quite certain I can win the fight. A War Prism here. One more Warpen. I have a lot of money. I should have had more gateways, but it's a stressful situation, guys. Okay, attacking from both of the fronts. High Templar in the War Prism, Zealots Colossus on one side, the main army on the other side, flanking in the middle. ByuN, let's go. F2, let's go. Entire army, High Templar drop, Giga Storm in the middle of the army, flanking from both of these sides. ByuN has the GG, and we beat ByuN 2-1 in the semi-finals, and we are going to the grand finals of this tournament, playing versus the best Protoss in the world, Hero. Starting the grand finals versus Hero, two-time GSL champion, multiple IEM champion, one of the best players in the world, definitely a difficult opponent for me. And yeah, I'm already in the grand finals. I'm feeling good. This is my day. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good just about my gameplay. And even if I win, even if I lose, I don't care that much. I've already played a great tournament for me. And Hero is already going to be freaking shield battery rushing me in game number 1 on Ultra Love. Hero is definitely one of the craziest players out there, and I love his craziness. I love his chaos, and I do appreciate each time he's playing, because he gives this kind of like fresh look at StarCraft 2, because he can do absolutely anything, from a Nexus first in PvP to a freaking shield battery rush. And here we go. I'm playing a Nexus before second pylon. I was able to get that before I got blocked by the probe. And there's the shield battery rush. I'm chrono boosting out my stalkers. Okay, there's the full wall. Which battery is which? Don't ask me. I have no idea. I didn't even know that in the game, to be honest. I didn't really keep track, but I knew there are a couple of them are mine. I'm trying to make sure that there's a full wall in my natural base to make sure that there's no path for the adepts to take. I'm trying to get a pylon block. Okay, pylon block on the natural, which will delay the nexus of Hero if he decides to make a nexus behind this to as long as possible. Unluckily for me, I lost the scouting probe, so I wasn't really confirming if there's a Stargate follow-up or what kind of follow-up Hero has behind this. Okay, I'm trying to heal the shield battery with my own shield battery as much as possible to make sure that the adepts are not running through. There's no zealots. So far, defense good. My nexus is done. Hero didn't even start his nexus just yet, at least to my knowledge. I have 2 stalkers here, but the job is not done yet. I need to make sure I defend the follow-up attack, which is probably going to be a Stargate. This is the most common response from in PvP. Healing up my shield battery. Okay, I'm sniping the batteries, sniping the pylons. Okay, going to the main base, maybe. Okay, the adepts, can they go through? They can't. Okay, it's a full wall. Thankfully, they cannot really find that much damage here. He's trying to attack my cybernetics core. Oracle in the main base. I have a shield battery there to defend. Good defense so far. Not taking any economical damage whatsoever. I actually could have started at Twilight Council already, but I was under so much pressure that I delayed it by around like 30 seconds. I could have definitely afforded it a bit sooner. But I defended the battery rush. The Adept didn't find any damage whatsoever. The Oracle didn't find any damage whatsoever. I'm liking this position. This is a good start to the grand finals. This is my day. Battery rush has been defended. Like I said, the Twilight Council could have been a little bit faster. Now just to make sure that I don't die to like a double Oracle harassment combined with the Adepts or something. I'm supply block at 46. It's a stressful situation. I've just played multiple series, one after another. I basically had almost no breaks between the series, the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the grand finals. Maybe a total break of 5 minutes between each of the series because of the Bab veto. Okay, Oracle trying to find damage in the main, in the natural. Nothing whatsoever. Okay, I should have better economy than him. Cancel the pylon. The moment I cancel the pylon, the adepts come in. Just the exact moment. Adepts shade in. I lose 1 probe. I lose 2 probes. Kind of F2 forward, trying to snipe these adepts before they shade through. I know there's an Oracle, but he's flying in to my main base. Not ideal. Trying to block the stasis trap with the probes. Stasis trap. Attack with the probes, and... Oh! I deactivate with the stasis trap. With the probes, it doesn't activate. If that activates, I think I am definitely losing the economy advantage that I have gathered throughout. Okay, I have a War Prism on the way. 3rd gateway, 4th gateway. Maybe it's time for me to be aggressive. But the problem is, I kind of lost part of my economy already with the Adept and Oracle harassment. My blink is not as fast as it could. And he just spotted that 4 gateway in the robotics facility with his Oracle. So Hero probably knows what I'm doing. There's even Oracle killing more probes. The hallucinated Phoenix is already scouting my War Prism before I even moved out on the map. I'm not really liking my position. He already sees exactly what I'm doing. He probably has 4 gateways and blink of his own. Maybe a robotic facility. There could be some stasis traps right there as well with the Oracle. So I am not that much of a believer in this build anymore, but I am already committed. I've already done that. Might as well give it a try and see what I can get done here. Checking for any kind of stasis traps. Okay, there's one stalker. He's trying to bait me to the third base. He's trying to bait me to the third base. Where's the natural? Oh, wait. He made the nexus at the third base, at the triangle base. Okay, let's just move forward. Don't lose the prison. Blink back. Snipe the stalker. Warp in stalker. That's good. One stalker for nothing, and I get a fresh new warp in. Very good. Let's move forward. Stasis trap in the natural base. Pull back, pull back. Get the pylon. Blink forward for the stalker. I see he has 4 gateways as well. He's pulling the probes. Oh my god. That's going to be a big flank from him. I'm trying to micro to the best of my abilities. This is not good for me just yet. I blink past the probes. I'm trying to warp in some of the zealots to kill the probes at the natural, but I get surrounded by the probes. It's only 5 stalkers here. Maybe 6 stalkers at the top. That's a fresh warp in of stalkers. I need to blink back. He has a guardian shield and a probe advantage in here. Is it good enough for me? Is this good enough for me? I didn't take any damage with the Oracle as well. The zealots are killing more probes in the natural base. The Oracle has to go back. Okay, I blink back. I retreat to the stalkers. I definitely killed a lot of probes here. And since I confirmed there's no third base for him just yet, I am definitely loving my position. And since he came back with the Oracle, there's no more Oracle harassment. We are both off on 4 gateways. And I still have a warp prison with stalkers. I see that he's warping in sentries, which kind of gives me a vibe that he wants to be aggressive again. Or maybe fully defensive. I'm not really sure which way. But I see with the observer the amount of probes that he has as well. So I'm trying to snipe an Oracle that is going to my main base, but I missed that. I recall this. Oh, he catches my warp prison. This is not ideal. I started to be a little bit worried, but I killed the Oracle. And I see there's no units here for him. He has only a couple of stalkers and a sentry. I have batteries in my natural base, so even if he wants to continue attacking, it's simply not going to work. And I have a third base. Hero has to tap out, and I beat Hero in game number 1 in this grand finals, and I'm leading the series 1-0. That's my day. Game number 2 versus Hero. He opted to go for 1 gate expand. I managed to sneak a second probe to make a proxy Stargate versus 1 gate expand. I did that simply because when a hero plays 1 gate expand, and I played him quite often recently, he tends to go into sentry first, maybe even multiple sentries, into a robotics facility. So I thought a proxy Stargate might catch him off guard, and I might be able to find some economical damage for him, as well as going for the adepts in the middle, in the front. I'm trying to go for the gold base, but he immediately freaking scouts it. So his nexus is far faster than mine. My adepts are going in. His nexus is done. Can I find some damage here? Not really. There's double stalker in the natural, but I have an Oracle very close to his base. Okay, very good. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not reacting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 probes already. Oh, that's a beautiful. This is a godlike start for him. Wait, I just noticed that he has a Stargate of his own. Okay, maybe I can start a battery in my main base. Adepts, maybe I shade in. I don't know. Maybe I should have shaded in there. I didn't want to throw out these adepts because I have a second Oracle on the way. And I have adepts in the natural base. So maybe I can attack him at the both fronts at the same time. Wait, the Oracle is already done. My battery is not done yet. I have no warp gate done. I have no defense here whatsoever. I have no stalkers. So all the economical damage that I have done just now is going for nothing. Oh my goodness, the battery is about to finish. I didn't see the Oracle being built. I could have made the battery maybe a little bit faster. Okay, it's time to do the counter-attack damage. Adepts to the probes. Oracles to the probes. Again, a probe slaughter. More probes are getting killed, but I lose one of the Oracles. He has 4 stalkers here. I lose both of these adepts. Okay, this is not so bad, but he has 4 stalkers. I am left with only 1 Oracle. I cannot even afford a stalker or anything. Okay, maybe I can recall to the gold base, get my economy going. I have a couple of probes here. No pylon to warp in stalkers there to defend versus a potential Oracle as well. There's also a proxy pylon at the top of my gold base that I noticed just now. Okay, this is not a great situation for me, but with a gold base, my economy should be better. But I forgot that Hero spotted that gold base, and there's an Oracle flying in, killing the probes in the gold base. I have literally nothing here to deal with this. No Phoenix, no... Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So my economy is down to 11 probes, and there's nothing I can do. There's nothing. At least I killed a lot of probes of him, right? Maybe there's a comeback for me. But he already has like 4 or 5 stalkers out on the map. I'm trying to search for the Oracle with the Phoenix. Maybe I can get something lucky. Okay, maybe I can kill this proxy pylon of the Oracle that was overcharged. I have a stalker in the main base. I can defend myself versus 1 Oracle. I have a Phoenix here to try to catch the Oracle that is going to be attacking my gold base possibly. Maybe with the gold base I can come back in this. double Oracle. All of a sudden, and our Oracle kills more and more probes. There's nothing I can do anymore. I have to tap out. GG, and even though I had an absolutely great beginning for me with the Oracle flying in and the Adepts killing a lot of probes as well, the first Oracle of Hero also did a lot of damage because I simply didn't notice that he's opening up with a Stargate that quickly himself, and it's a serious 1-to-1. So game number 3 versus Hero, we both opened up with Adept opening, double Adept for both of us. The difference is that he got to kill my probe on his side of the map with the Adepts. I wasn't able to kill his probe with my Adepts, and he also blocked my natural base with a pylon, so I cannot even put up my expansion. And I would like to be across the map with my Adepts right now, trying to force a kind of mistake from Hero with these Adepts, but I cannot do that because my Nexus is being blocked. He comes in with his own Adepts, and you will see how suffocating it is to actually play versus Hero in the early game, because even with the smallest amount of units, you feel the pressure from Hero. He's very good with just controlling the game from the very first seconds. He's already constantly shading to my main base. I have to block it with my own shade. Of course, the fun fact is that shades can move through units. They cannot move through the buildings, but shades cannot move through other shades. So I'm capable of blocking the shades just like that. I would like to be on the other side of the map with my Adepts doing the same thing to Hero, but I can't. And now he already has a hallucination, seeing exactly what I'm doing before I even send my own hallucinations. Very, very quickly here by Hero, as he's again constantly shading in with these Adepts. Okay, maybe this time I'll be trying to bait him. I have enough army here, triple sentry, double Adept to kill these Adepts before he does critical amounts of damage, but he doesn't decide to shade through. Okay, maybe this time I can force field these Adepts. Okay, I get a block and I get a good force field, but only one Adept goes down. He cancels the shade and escapes. Okay, what can my hallucinations see? Alright, expansion done, very cool. Pollock Council, Forge, very like me, but where are his units? Where are his units? There should be some sentries, right, in the natural base, because he scouted me for hallucination. Is he going to be attacking me soon? I'm warping double stalker. I don't have a battery here. He should be attacking me soon, I think. I have an immortal coming in soon, but he's already here. He's already here. Force fields. I lose a sentry before even the fight starts. I try to do my own forces, but they're not that great. I only section off one Adept, and I lose 2 sentries and an Adept for just 1 Adept. Once again, very well done by Hero. Once again, just putting pressure from the very beginning. I'm going to actually fast forward the replay a little bit because nothing is going to be happening right now. I'll be building into the Glaive Adepts, 6 gateways and moving out on the map, and let's resume the action from there. Okay, here we are about a minute later. I'm setting up a third base. I made 6 gateways and Glaive Adepts, scouted with the hallucinations. There was absolutely nothing, no harassment happening. We were just scouting each other. So now I'm trying to go in the middle of the map with the Glaive timing to see if I can find some damage. I see there's no third base on the linear third. Let's see what I can do. Okay, he kills my Observer before I even get to see his entire army. That's not good for me because I want to keep vision of his army to be careful about potential force fields or just the army quantity if I can fully commit to that. Maybe I can do some harassment with the Adepts. I'm gonna shade them through to the potential natural base, but he immediately sees that with a hallucination. Great scouting by Hero. Okay, can I maybe cancel his third base? My third base is halfway done. I have a strong army here, but there's no third base. Why is there no third base? Am I far ahead in the game somehow, some way? Okay, I see a couple of Stalkers, Zealots, Archons! High Templars. Okay, I need to fight here before he gets to the Archon count, because he'll be able to block the force fields. Good set of forces by both of us. Training the armies and picking up my units to the Warpism. Not bad, not bad of a start. I have 6 gateways of Adepts. My third base is done. I have lots of Adepts here. I'm threatening the shade to the main base of Hero. He has to respect it. There's no wall off. Okay, cancel, cancel, cancel. Going. Oh, there's the third base. There's the third base of Hero. Okay, so I'll be able to cancel it, probably. He's not jumping on me. Threatening the shade to the natural base yet again. Okay, and he's defending. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. My third base is done. My third base is done. Okay, since he's going for Charge Up Archon Immortal, what can I do to deal with that? I have no charge, I have no blink, and he's probably going to be attacking me very soon. I need something that is going to deal with that as soon as possible. So I'm going for Disruptors. One Disruptor can change the tide of the battle immediately if you get a good Nova. But he's already here at my third base with the Stalkers, harassing me very quickly before I even arrive here. So he's killing lots of the Adepts pretty much for free, but I have my own harassment already in the natural base. Very good undefended. Okay, hold position on these adepts. Very good. Little bit of harassment is always good for free. He has to recall the stalkers. I have my third base. His third base has not even started just yet. Okay, what can I do right now? I'm trying to be staying defensive because I know with the unit composition that Hero is going for, you want to hit a timing with, like, you know, lots of charge lots, Archons, Immortals, and, you know, trade the armies as much as possible. So what I'll be trying to do is to create some kind of like a Sim City, wall-offs with like pylons, gateways, you know, cannons, batteries, to decrease the amount of surface area that the Zealots can walk through. And since Adepts are, you know, ranged units, it is going to be a better fight for me. But I got a bit supply blocked, my Disruptor is slightly delayed. I see his third base is just started. I don't mind my army, it's pretty strong. I just need to make sure that I have a Disruptor ready to fight. So I'm hovering my Warp Prism above the robotics facility, but he's already here. I should have had a Disruptor here ready, but he's already in position. I have nothing to deal with the Force Fields. My Warp Prism is not in position, so he's sectioning off parts of my army. I really love how patient Hero is with his army, as he's just sending the Zealots forward now. Disruptor shot! Let's do it! I move back, and he moves back, and I actually get only a single Stalker. Not a great Disruptor shot whatsoever. I need something better, as the Stalkers and Immortals are dealing a lot of damage for me. I have no range here. I have only Adepts and just the Immortals. The Disruptor is recharging. I'm losing the Nexus. Okay, it's time to send it. I cannot wait any longer. Maybe I'll have another Disruptor shot in just a moment. The Archons are packing so much for him. We're both on +2 attack. I have one more Disruptor shot, but I'm waiting for a good moment to send it. I think it's maybe right about now. I'm sending the forward shot, but I did absolutely nothing with the Disruptor. So the entire investment of 150 to the Disruptor, to the Robo Bay building, and 2 Disruptors of 300 did absolutely nothing in this fight. And I lose the Nexus, lose Immortals, lose the Disruptors, lose the Warp Prism, and I am left with what? Pretty much pure Adepts. Pretty much pure Adepts. Meanwhile, he has Charge, he has Blink, he has third base done. I think maybe I can hit a timing with +3 attack. Let it be one last thing, one last chance for me. But Hero immediately notices I don't have Blink, I don't have any anti-air, so he counterattacks me with the Immortals. What can I do here? I have no money for a Warpen, I have no Blink Stalker, I cannot do anything against these Immortals. And he even snipes my fort before +3 is about to finish for my last hooray. And I have to tap out, and Hero wins game number 4, and we're game number 3, and we move on to game number 4. Well, it's match point for Hero, so what can we do? We started this tournament with a Cannon Rush versus a Zerg. Now I'm going to be playing a Cannon Rush versus Hero on ley lines. Okay, let's give it a try. I'm sending the probe early. I am thinking to do a pylon wall in his wall to the low ground that I can warp in some cannons. Okay, let's see how he's going to be walling in. How is he going to be walling in? Do I have a good wall? Cannon Rush time. Cannon Rush time. I'm feeling kind of confident. I like this map for Cannon Rush. Okay, wait, what? He has a gateway on the right side. Where do I do? Okay, let's go here. Maybe full wall? No, I don't know. Can I fit in a cannon here? Can I? Oh, I am hesitating too much. One probe already on top of my probe. Pylon. Okay, good wall. Not enough money for a third pylon. I didn't cancel the pylon on the high ground on time. Maybe I can sneak in here. No, he pushes my probes through. I lose the probe. There's no full wall of here. Okay, I block some of the probes, but my probe is only on 5 HP. He's zoning out my probe, and I just messed this up. I get one more gateway. Maybe I can do something here. Miraculous comeback or something. He kills the probe, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do. I have only 3 probes moving forward and go for last hooray in here. He has a Zealot already done. Okay, let's see. What can I do? I have 3 probes, lots of money. Maybe. I still have a pylon. Maybe I can make a cannon here. Okay. Pylon wall, cannon, gateway, pylon, full wall. But the pylon is about to die. The Zealot is on top of the cannon. I cannot do anything here. Well defended by Hero, but I have just messed this one up. After a long day like that, I think I was just too tired or something, and I lose the game, and Hero wins the entire tournament 3-1. But no matter what, you know, losing to Hero is no shame whatsoever. Losing in this fashion is a bit, you know, it's a shame, because I could have done the Cannon Rush a little bit better if I did it again, for sure. But, you know, beating a Ryung, beating Cure for the first time in the 15th series, beating ByuN, taking first map versus Hero, making it competitive versus him as well in other games. I'm very proud of myself in this tournament, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, you enjoyed my casting, and I just wanted to share this great tournament run with you because it's great. You know, after what, 15 years of being competitive in StarCraft 2, I can still fight with the best people in the world to make it very, very competitive. So I'm quite proud about that, and I wanted to share this happy moment with you. Once again, thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. And we finished this tournament on the 2nd place, but what a run that was. Good amount of PvT and a lot of storms. GG's, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.